The Charger drive about to get going.
Now the question, what do you do here? Time not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you'd need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's also a little bit of restraint, right? You got to make sure you don't take a sack here, don't end up in the end zone, ball gets stripped. You could give up 2 points in that occasion, or maybe even 6 if you can't get on it and recover it yourself. So make sure you protect the guy throwing the football if indeed that's the plan of attack.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. Back to throw here, Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's fourth down. On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Back out comes this offense now late in this first half. Eluding the pressure right. That would almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down. Back to the air. Stafford on second down. And this is incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up third and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a third and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford forced out to his left. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So from the 36 now, first and 10. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Now Stafford. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Robert Woods, former USC man, the intended target. Throwing on third down, Stafford. Over the middle and complete to the tight end, Higbee. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 24-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We'll begin out west at Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. And it's the 49ers who are out in front with that game closing in on halftime. Deebo Samuel, a touchdown reception. From there, we'll make the trek east to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And you can see they trail in that matchup against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Najee Harris, the lone touchdown there as he's cashed one in on the ground. Lastly, let's get you to MetLife Stadium to see what's happening with the Giants at home in East Rutherford. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Arizona Cardinals. Kyler Murray, excellent in the victory as his guys moved to 3-1 after 4 games. In the game you're watching, it's Matthew Stafford who's had it working in the first half. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys will lock.
And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. That one good for 37 yards.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.